What did a child say or do that made you think this kid might be a future serial killer? My sort of friend's older brother yelled Hulk smash and threw a few week-old kitten at a wall. He was 9 at the time, I think. Fortunately, the kitten survived and had no more injuries than mild concussion. But they say animal cruelty at a young age is a sign of psychopaths and serial killers. My nephew took a litter of kittens one by one to a kiddie pool and drowned them. He was laughing while outside playing some. My sister, his mother, didn't think he was doing anything wrong. He was 6 at the time. He is 8 now and I still feel uneasy around him. It was just a kitten. I was 14, caring for 2 kids, 4 and 6 during summer break. I had no idea what he meant. His parents called me later and asked if I knew where the cat went. I was 16 or 17 babysitting a 4-year-old who was helping me make dinner. I told him he couldn't touch the boiling pot of water and he balled up his fists, looked me in the eye, and proceeded to describe how he would use a fork to twist my eyeball out of socket. I simply told him, "I'd like to see you try." I used to teach preschool and one kid would encourage the others to break the rules, then watch the aftermath. For example, one of the sweetest kids in the class hit another student, and when I asked why he did that, he said, "Because X told me to," and X was just sitting at a TBE watching the whole thing. Whenever X misbehaved himself, he would grab onto my legs, flash doe eyes and say, "Ms. I love you." It was really creepy, and it's unusual for a kid to be that manipulative at 3. My nephew, at 4, after I corrected him for hitting my son, "I'm going to beat you with a baseball bat until you bleed to death and die." Another time I was told that he was going to stab me in the face with a knife till I died. Another time he actually yelled that he wished my daughter, who was a baby, was dead. So, needless to say, we don't visit them very often. Tried to drown his sister. Twice. Almost succeeded. He was 5, she was 7. He hated her. Met a kid at a mental hospital who openly told the class that he dealt with anger by buying goldfish from Walmart, putting one in a glass cup by itself, cussing at it so it knew what was coming, then stabbing it with a fork in front of the others. When I was little, some kid in my swimming class almost drowned me. When I finally got out, I asked him why he tried to kill me and he said he thought I was someone else. When I was very young, my imaginary friend was Michael Myers. Watched Halloween and instead of being horrified, I wanted him to be my buddy. I'm sure the teachers at school thought I was on my way to become a serial killer. In reality, I just thought that maybe if he had a friend, he wouldn't hurt people. I was sitting next to a cute little boy at circle time at the preschool where I worked. The lead teacher was reading a story and the little boy leaned over and whispered, "Take your face off." What? Quote, "Take your face off. That's silly. Faces don't come off." Quote, "I take my face off, and you take your face off, and then I rub my skull on you." Quote. He also once claimed he was making brunch for his ghost while playing with cooking equipment. But honestly, that was cute. My cousin ran up to me and said, "How many legs do spiders have?" Quote. I said, 8. He said, "Not anymore." Killed some ducklings in our apartment complex. I was a teenager at the time and I remember calling animal control about it because I was worried about the kid. I think school called CPS later on due to other issues at home. We moved away, so I don't know of the outcome, but I hope he's doing okay.